Let's jump right in with Brennan South, the Clear Fork senior quarterback / defensive back, 21-31, 282 yards, 5 touchdowns through the air. But oh, by the way, gentlemen, how about 3 more touchdowns on the ground to go with 67 yards? I really don't remember seeing a guy having 8 total touchdowns in a game. That's a lot.
Yeah, I would say he might have had the most complete game in Week 9. You know, there were a lot of games maybe that weren't as interesting as what we've seen in previous weeks or even leading up to Week 10, what we're going to see next week. But, man, for him to ball out like that, he needs that confidence going into a huge game next week.
Yeah, Clear Fork came up with a big win as they smacked Harding 55-20, had 49 points in the first half of this game. Angelo, a Mansfield senior, does everything for them. He had 5 grabs for 193 yards and a touchdown. That's 38.6 yards per catch. So pretty much every time Mr. Grose touched the ball, something big was happening.
Becoming more and more, if you can, a force for these Tigers. He affects every single aspect of the game. You can't really kick it to him in the special teams game. You can't find him. They do a great job of hiding him offensively. You don't know where he's going to get the football. He's just an outstanding athlete, and he's really doing a great job of leading this team, not only on the field, but off the field as well.
And I think he's deceptively fast. When you look at some of these plays, I think kids feel like they have the angle, and they normally don't. Tigers beat Mount Vernon 34-14. Mitchell Heilman, back-to-back weeks on the list now. Ashland senior quarterback balling out again, throwing it 43 times, 25 completions, 312 yards through the air, and 3 touchdowns. And again, had 2 more rushing touchdowns. So Ashland remains in the OCC chase, and Mitch, a big reason why.
Yeah, and I like him because, like you said, the 2 rushing touchdowns, that running presence is huge. And when Ashland's Ashland, they always have a quarterback that's throwing the ball. But, man, it's great when you have that running game as well. And I think he will be the difference next week when they play Worcester, because I think that with him touching the ball every play, being essentially their best player, he gives them the best chance to win. So I'm excited to even see what rabbit he pulls out of his hat next week.
Yeah, he's an incredible athlete. He helped the Arrows beat West Holmes 49-24. Patrick Blubaugh, Marion Pleasant, had 33 carries against Ontario, 203 rush yards, but he found the end zone 5 times. Fellas, that's a pretty good season for a lot of kids. 5 in this one game. Also balled out on defense as well, had an interception for them. So Spartans beat Ontario 50-21. He was a big reason why. You know,
going 2 ways and having a guy that can affect the game on both sides of the football is really important, and it's necessary for a lot of schools. But to have that much offensive efficiency and have that many touchdowns and then turn around and play such a huge game on defense is a huge accomplishment for no matter who you're playing. So that's really huge for him, and to see his team in a place where they could fight for league titles or playoff chances and all of that, that makes it even better because you got a guy you can count on, you know is going to be offensively efficient, but also can turn around and give it to you on the defensive side.
Spartans roll the Warriors by 29 on the road. Final nominee, Ethan Sauder, the Lucas Jr. running back / linebacker, 200 yards and a couple of scores on the road at LeBray. He's just an explosive athlete, and these Cubs players, like you talk about a lot, Eric, they're in the game pretty much every single down. So to see the impact that Ethan has all over the field, like it's pretty impressive every week.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's a complete player, and I feel like we have a Lucas player every single week on this list because they're that good. And Ethan's been on here several times, so you know he's obviously probably going to be an All-Ohio type player every single week. What I love is the consistency of which he plays, and he's a leader by example, and that allows his words to be more impactful as well. Just excited to see what he's going to do here as we move forward into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we've had like 4 different Lucas players wind up on this list. Cubs beat LeBray 28-14. Sauder falling out on the road.